Well, it's hard to believe, but we are just several months away from FIFA World Cup 2026. This marks the first time since 1994 that the event will be played on U.S. soil, with the final match scheduled for July 19th at MetLife Stadium. Joining me now is a guy who represented Team USA in 3 World Cups, Hall of Famer Tab Ramos. We also welcome Alberto Garofalo, the president of Bank of America New Jersey, one of the event's sponsors. Guys, thanks so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having me on.
It's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. Tab, I'll start with you, Tab. You've etched yourself in soccer history, and you're obviously a well-decorated athlete in the sport. When did you first develop a passion for soccer?
Well, I grew up in Uruguay. I was born in Uruguay, lived there until I was 11 years old. And soccer in Uruguay is in the culture. And so you really just grow up wanting to be a soccer player, and that's what you're watching.
And Tab, what will your role be in FIFA World Cup 2026?
Well, I have a number of roles. I come from a generation of players where we are sort of used to trying to sell the game and trying to get the game to people. In the late 80s and early 90s, really no one knew anything about soccer. And we were sort of the first generation to start putting soccer on the map a little bit. And so we're used to being able to explain to people what soccer is all about and trying to get it out there to the public. And I think next summer is going to be incredibly exciting, having so many people come to this country to watch it.
Oh, it will be exciting. And Alberto, as I mentioned, Bank of America will be sponsoring the event. How did the relationship between Bank of America and FIFA come to be?
Yeah, thank you. And it's great to be here, Mike, with you and Tab once again. Look, it's the largest global sport in the world, and it's about making human connections. And we saw as an opportunity to really partner with FIFA and be part of that human connection and really make a difference across the communities where we all live, work, and play. And we're excited about what that partnership means.
And Alberto, as the bank's president here in Jersey, what's your day-to-day schedule like at Bank of America?
Yeah, look, it's a great question. 3 things I'll share with you. One, I get to work with over 11,000 teammates that call New Jersey their home and deliver for our clients, our small businesses, corporations, individuals across the great state of New Jersey. And I work across the 8 lines of businesses, delivering all of our products and services every day to our clients. Secondly, I get to work with all of our nonprofits across the state, really taking on society's biggest challenges. And thirdly, I get to work with the incredible over 11,000 associates, again, that call New Jersey their home, in volunteering across the state and board representation and really igniting all of our teammates because they're so passionate about the great state of New Jersey. And I'm privileged to get to work next to them each and every single day.
It's fantastic. Now, Tab, New Jersey has a very rich soccer history for people who don't know. Can you talk about the role soccer has played here in the Garden State and perhaps how it shaped you as a player?
Well, I was very fortunate when I moved to the U.S. when I was little to come into an area like the Kearney-Harrison area in New Jersey where immigrants had been coming already since the late 1800s to bring soccer. So soccer started in that area, in the Kearney area, back in 1883 with a lot of the Scottish and Irish immigrants who came here to work in the thread mill factories, and they brought soccer here. The first soccer player to play in a World Cup from Kearney was already in the 1930 World Cup. So I was fortunate enough to come into that area, and then New Jersey as a state has certainly been a leader nationwide in terms of soccer culture and spreading soccer throughout the country.
That's so cool to hear. Now, Tab, I know you had Tab Ramos Sports Center years ago in Monmouth County. Can you talk about your passion in helping future generations of this game?
Yeah, I mean, soccer is such a great sport, and whether kids are thinking of becoming a professional player down the road or not, I think soccer is a healthy sport for kids to play. It's a sport where there's a lot of movement, and a sport that I like pushing because it's healthy for kids to play. There's a lot of running, and whether the kids play through to college or they stop playing at 13, 14 years old, I think it's a sport that that's really important for the kids.
Absolutely. Now, Alberto, this is the first time the U.S. has hosted the World Cup since '94. What do you think this means for New Jersey specifically?
Gosh, it's a once in a lifetime moment for New Jersey. We're expecting millions of visitors, 3.5 billion fans, 200 countries, just enormous amount of potential and opportunity. And it really is really New Jersey's time to take on this global stage and really make an impact.
Can't wait for it. And Alberto, you and Tab came to the U.S. at a young age and took very different paths, but with Bank of America sponsoring FIFA World Cup 2026, how special is it to have your paths crossed now?
Oh my God, it's extra. First of all, little did we know that we had a legend in Tab here in this great state of New Jersey, and he really has made a huge impact, not only across the state of New Jersey, but for the sport and across the world. It really is an honor to share the stage with him. Secondly, who would have thought all these years later we're practically neighbors? I mean, we both had very similar starts. Came to this country at a very young age, grew up in the same county in Hudson County, and obviously he became a world star. I went the business path, but here we are reunited again at the global scale, making an impact. And it's a great reminder that no matter what your starting point is, no matter what your focus is, you still have an opportunity to make an impact at scale. And it's a privilege to be able to do it with someone like Tab Ramos in partnership with FIFA and obviously with Bank of America.
It's a great full circle moment for sure. Hall of Fame soccer star Tab Ramos and Alberto Garofalo, president of Bank of America New Jersey, thanks so much for taking the time today and best of luck with the event next year.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us on. Thank you.
Of course.